How
On the
would this one know a
branches? Is it
spinner
safe?
apart
Is
from
it
other
easy to
bossmen?
stumble off of these areas?
Not to sound rude, but this one has trouble telling elves apart.
Most important god. All that spinners should ever do is tell stories, according to Ifrit. Additionally, Eldenroot has many of its labor facilities, homes, and other elements of the community suspended within the Elden Tree's branches. Isn't that exciting?
On the branches? Is that safe? Is it easy to stumble off of these areas?
Well, yes. That's why you must watch your step while on the platforms. Of course, Eldenroot has a significant presence of both the fighters and the mages' guilds. We have sizable halls for both within the tree.
Within the tree? How would one find them? The tree is so large.
They're easy to find. The trunk has 3 landings within it, and the middle landing, the one with the shrine, will have passageways to both guild halls. Of course, Eldenroot has a significant presence of both the fighters and the mages' guilds. We have sizable halls for both within the tree.
Within the tree? How would one find them? The tree is so large.
They're easy to find. The trunk has 3 landings within it, and the middle landing, the one with the shrine, will have passageways to both guild halls. Additionally, Eldenroot has many of its labor facilities, homes, and other elements of the community suspended within the Elden Tree's branches. Isn't that exciting?
On the branches? Is that safe? Is it easy to stumble off of these areas?
Well, yes. That's why you must watch your step while on the platforms. Additionally, Eldenroot has many of its labor facilities, homes, and other elements of the community suspended within the Elden Tree's branches. Isn't that exciting?
On the branches? Is that safe? Is it easy to stumble off of these areas?
Well, yes. That's why you must watch your step while on the platforms. As you may have encountered, all throughout Valenwood live the Spinners, the most faithful devotees of Ifrit, our most important god.
How would this one know a spinner apart from other bossmen? Not to sound rude, but this one has trouble telling elves apart.
There are 3 around you now. Look for the Bosmer sitting in scenic places, but they will not move without being moved. All that spinners should ever do is tell stories.
Hope we find something interesting today. What would you like to talk about?
Of course, Eldenroot has a significant presence of both the fighters and the mages' guilds. We have sizable halls for both within the tree.
Within the tree? How would one find them? The tree is so large.
They're easy to find. The trunk has 3 landings within it, and the middle landing, the one with the shrine, will have passageways to both guild halls. Now, as I'm sure you've all noticed, the Elden Tree is impressively tall. Equally impressive is that King Cormoran Aradon's throne lies in the tallest branches of the tree.
Excuse me, is it really at the top? If so, how would one get up there to meet with him?
The trunk has 3 landings within it. The topmost one takes you to the king's throne. The climb is worth it, I assure you.
problem, Sarah? What would you like to talk about? You're a pretty good adventuring partner, I'd say. Reliable, agreeable. No complaints.
Speak to Elm if you think you can handle a drink. Or 10.
Yeah? Yeah, I heard her. You'll need to beat the last Nord's time. Drink 10 mugs from the keg. You might want to take a bite of food every few drinks. That'll soak up the mead so you don't get sick.
I'm not crying. I've got something in both my eyes.
Ah, I've seen better, but good enough for now. Ah, I've seen better, but good enough for now.
Not bad, not bad. Not that impressive either. If you really want to prove yourself. Behind you is a stage. Beside the stage is a keg. The brew inside the keg could drop a mammoth. You think you're tough? Drink the brew, then recite Gehrman's oath. That Lord Gehrman, great battle mage, saved the rift in Harold's age. He slew the wicked Galda three and set their father's spirit free. His tomb was built upon this lake, and in his name this oath I make. Should evil come, should night descend, I swear the rift I will defend.
Just one more, and another after that.
Very entertaining. You can hold your drink, and you sing like a bird. Gearman would be proud. I can still remember. I'd share, but I don't want to.
Let's ride!
You've returned, and all in one piece. What a hero. Wasn't he terrifying, though? Such big teeth and such sharp claws. I shudder to think of what he might have done to a helpless Bosmer like me. He's really dead? I prayed nightly for a champion to deliver me from these beasts, and now you're here, my savior. Are all heroes so modest? But danger still lurks. A deadly beast called Great Claw lives nearby. Last night I saw it kill a man by dropping a tree on him.
Something you need to discuss? What would you like to talk about? We've already been through more together than most people I've known. Feels like I've known you forever. Not tired of you yet, though. Change of plans?
there you are. I have been expecting you. I greet you, chosen of fate. Hermaeus Mora calls upon you to defend this world and all of reality. A secret contained for ages is not...
Traveler, do you think the new forest will cover all of Westfield? That it will never stop growing? Yes, of course. Better not to speculate or worry needlessly. Thank you for helping me see that.
Don't mind me. No one cared when I was alive, and no one cares now that I'm dead. I died from exhaustion, and now I'm eternally tired. So, you know, boo.
You were taken much too soon.
The Legion has need of you.
Good help is so hard to find.
Fight for the Weald!
The new forest worries me. Nothing natural ever grew that quickly.
It's those wood elves. Valenwood is trying to annex territory that is rightfully ours.
Over here, Initiate.
Over here. I just need a moment of your time. You stopped. Huh. Thank you, Adept. I've been asked to find one of our more adventurous members. Someone that could lend a situation fresh eyes. You look like just the Archmagister asked that I not say too much in earshot of my guildmates. Let's just say it's a magical anomaly. Untamed power from an unknown source. Plenty to catch a mage's interest, but that's just the trouble. It could be highly dangerous. For now, power draws mages like moths to a flame. We're a little hopeless that way. Votary Nalia, a knight from the Order of the Lamp, is on the scene. She needs someone to help her explore this anomaly and assess the danger. What do you say? Excellent! The Nalia and the others are inside. Stay safe in there.
Ah, there you are. I have been expecting you. I greet you, Chosen of Fate. Hermaeus Mora calls upon you to defend this world, and all of reality. A secretive and violent order called the Recollection scours ruins throughout the Weald. Strange Daedric creatures harry the region, and the wood elf King Nantharian reigns over a newly grown forest. A sure sign the threads of fate are frayed. The lines of possibility that weave through reality and hold everything together. Athelia, the Daedric Prince of Paths, has been set free. Her presence threatens both our world and the realms beyond. Help me meet this threat, and you will be rewarded. Let me mark your map. Frayed threads of fate point to Rustwall, the Ellenglin ruins, and Ostermere. And take this relic, the Echoneer. You might find it useful. My friend Baragon offered his townhouse in Skingrad. Let us meet there when we are done. They are all within West Weald, not far from the city of Skingrad. Which location are you curious about? I am not sure. That is why I asked you to investigate. Ostermere is a Colovian town in the Strid Vale, not far from the southern edge of the New Forest. I have heard stories about powerful groundquakes and enraged forest creatures in the area. The Valenwood Forest mysteriously expanded across the River Strid and replaced the previous Colovian terrain. The wood elves who settled the area call it Dawnwood. King Nantharian rules a new Bosmer realm beneath its thick canopy. Very good. I do not know what awaits you at Rustwall, but look for our ally Baragon at Ostermere. He mentioned he had business of his own there. As for Ellenglin, I will meet you there. It is an appellation I did not choose for myself. In my youth, I became dissatisfied with the traditional education of an arcanist. I desired knowledge my instructors could not or would not provide me. So I struck a bargain with the... I thought you would be familiar with that sobriquet. Apologies. I refer to Hermaeus Mora, Daedric Prince of Forbidden Knowledge. I serve as his agent in the mortal world from time to time. In exchange for secrets I can learn nowhere else. Among other things, Mora taught me to perceive the threats of fate. It is a talent few mortals ever master. As for the rest, let us say I have seen things most mages and arcanists can barely imagine. That is why I am sometimes called the Wise.
Off we go!
So much fighting for Zea's. Victor's march. Vengeance.
What do you say we try some of the local fare? I'm famished. Off with you, Swit!
Lost? How can we be lost? We make this trip every year.
Give me a moment to get my bearings. This wouldn't have happened if we were debating all the time. It distracts... I think I know where we are. This road matches this squiggly line.
I hate to admit it, but Agmund is right. Our accursed debate on the Molag Bal paradox is what got us into this predicament. Agmund and I travel annually to the Temple of Julianos in Skingrad to challenge the sophists and mystics in friendly debate. But we were so engaged in our discussion that we took a wrong turn. Looks like our wits need to be sharpened, indeed. Julianos is the divine of wisdom and logic. His chapel attracts philosophers seeking to explain the mundus. Agmund and I met at a similar gathering in Ababan Gora. We got into a heated debate over the ethics of conjuration magic. Oh, yes, and Agmund comes from Winterhold. But despite our differences, we've become fast friends. Every year we make our way to Skingrad to debate and discuss. But this year we got distracted by the Molag Bal. It goes as follows. Molag Bal is the Daedric Lord of Domination. He always opposes the wishes of others. If everyone would express the belief that he exists, would he therefore cease to do so because his nature demands he oppose the wishes of others? The question comes from the initial assumption that Molag Bal is subject to the metaphysical rules of the universe, which we call the Orbis. If that's true, then is he truly a being of pure domination? I think you can. What are your thoughts on the paradox? Maybe then we can put our debate to rest and focus on getting to Skingrad. You should hear both our...
Well, I just figured out where we need to go. But I am excited that this stranger wants to enter the debate now. The Molag Bal paradox is a classic. I wanted to dig into it because I know Isaiah doesn't like talking about Daedra, but I also think it's a good one to pass the time. I felt that Molag Bal being alive implies that Orbic forces wish him not to exist, and so, in defiance, he chooses to remain alive. That implies that the universe at large wishes us to suffer, which would be both abusing and...
Speak to Agmund, and hear. Because the Newark and Patomaic forces simultaneously defy and support Molag Bal, he both simultaneously resists and submits to the will of others. This then means Molag Bal is either not completely dominant, or is not completely real. Please, let's hear them. Maybe then we can finish our pilgrimage. There's a comfy inn and a bottle of wine waiting for me in Skingrad. Yes, you're on to something. Any parent could tell you a suffering child is a petulant child. Perhaps Molag Bal delivers pain to others because he himself is suffering in his desire for pure free will, which he could never achieve. Well, thank you for putting up with our musings. Let's get moving, Agmund. If we're lucky, there'll be sweet rolls available at the bakery by the time we arrive.
Something's not right here. Be ready for a fight. I hope you're watching. Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Rest easy, friend. You there! Let's help these people! You there! Let's help these people!
I'm pretty sure my leg is broken. Baragon pulled me out from under a rock. He's a good sort. For a wood elf.
I'm glad you happened by. This woman will be fine, but there's plenty more injured in what's left of the village of Ostermere. Maybe you could help me find them. The Greenspeaker Sorrelin sent me a letter, asked me to meet her here. After I arrived, the ground rumbled like an angry timber mammoth. Whole buildings collapsed, trapping people. When the new forest appeared, it damaged the village. This may end it. Apparently, a few months back, what was once rolling hills and rich Colovian farmland was suddenly engulfed by this great forest. Look, help me rest inside the village.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Fuck the 8. I thought that was my grave.
It hurts so much, sister.
These creatures only
know,
exist in the
little bug.
Dawnwood.
Please
They look
help me
so
move
strange. Inside the village.
I'm never coming back here.
Inside.
Thanks. Even the plants want to kill me.
You're safe now. Go join your family. Baragon! Oh. Who's your friend?
Keep moving.
Getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that. I had no idea the ground would shake so violently when I asked Baragon to meet me here. Nature is nothing if not unpredictable. I also didn't expect him to bring a guest. So, who are you, friend of Baragon? Helping people in dangerous situations sounds just like Baragon. Can't fault him for accepting help. I asked him to join me in Ostamir because I found something amazing, miraculous even. He needs to see it for himself. No. The only way Baragon can understand this discovery is by experiencing it himself. How about we all see it together? It's down in the Ayel ruins nearby. I'll show you. Baragon's an old friend. He'll appreciate my discovery. I hope you do as well. The ruins are to the southeast of the village. Meet me outside the entrance when you finish helping survivors. I can't wait for Baragon to see what I found.
Sorelin wants to meet at the ruins east of here. Let's go.
Don't like your odds. That's right! Keep the fight on our terms!
don't see Greenspeaker Sorrelin. Wait, a body on the ground. They're wearing recollection gear. Grab that note. Wildburn seed? Not sure what that could be, but the handwriting at the bottom, that's Sorlin's. The handwriting at the bottom of the note is definitely Sorlin's. Running into ruins alone is just like her. But I didn't expect the recollection to be here. She's heading into more danger than she realizes. Some sort of cult made up mostly of disgruntled wood elves. Seems to have a connection to the ancient aliens, but I don't have all the details yet. The handwriting at the bottom of the note is some sort of cult made up mostly of disgruntled wood elves. Seems to have a connection to the ancient aliens, but I don't have all the details yet. That's why I am out here adventuring again. I want to figure out who they are and what they're up to. I've never heard of a seed, but the wood elves of Vashabar use Wildburn to refer to the strange blight along the edge of the New Forest. Worry about that later. Let's focus on finding Greenspeaker Sorrelin before she runs afoul of the recollection.
Maybe I should have joined them. They're coming for us.
Sorrelin's up ahead. What's she looking at?
Do you feel it, Baragon? The grandeur of our history.
You're right. These ruins are incredible.
Do you feel it? The power of the Ayelids pervades this place. Millennia separate us from the Heartland High Elves, but I can feel their legacy flowing through my blood. It pains me to see their glory buried in these ruins. This was all for Baragon's benefit. You're just an unintended spectator. I brought Baragon here to remind him of his Ayelid heritage. The recollection remembers their past. This land belonged to the Ayelids, and we Bosmer are their rightful heirs. Not us all, but some of their beliefs match my own. All that aside, I wanted to show Baragon what I found. A new type of seed. It's similar to what we green speakers use to grow and shape tree villages, but different. It thrums with unique potential. Bug shells! Surprise ruined. I wanted to show him the wild burn seed. Talk to him. Discuss the recollection, both the good points and the bad. I suppose he'll want to take the seed before the recollection does. I suggest you hurry. They're close. The wild burn seed grows deep in the ruins. I suggest we split up. I'll lead the recollection on a merry chase while you and Baragon find the seed. And don't worry, I'm sure we'll meet up along the way. And Baragon, remember your history. This style of architecture dates back to the late Merethic era. It combines majesty with practicality, so probably a place for Daedra worship and training. These Ayelids seem to have been particularly fond of someone they called the Prince of Paths. As I said, I plan to keep some of their attention on me instead of you. After that, well, I'm very stealthy. I have no doubt I can elude their patrols. And if I do get into trouble, I'm sure you and Baragon will come to my rescue.
These ruins.
Once we started the ritual, Ostermere never stood a chance.
All right, but don't cry for Mummy.
Green Speaker Sorlin, up on the walkway. That's how it works, Sorlin. The new replaces the old.
I thought I could convince you that we'd find the wild burn seed together.
What? Sorlin, come back! Now she's up on the ledge.
Run away. Well, no, I guess you could. Maybe they should try that.
Wood elves like you. We can finally claim our rightful inheritance.
You're with the recollection? Cracked acorns, what are you thinking? Follow her!
never used to fight this much, until I met you.
Blighting root rot! How could Sorlin join the Recollection? The murderers!
Get back, you fetcher!
Those doors. Let's try there. We need to find that seed. Sorlin, talk to me! I can't let you take that seed!
I won't fight you, Baragon. There are other seeds than these.
I'll go after him. Grab the seed and follow after me!
You'll work this knot out of my shoulder while you're at it. Much better. Nah, I wasn't worried. Were you worried?
Displaced families aren't justice!
We've been friends forever! Why won't you trust me?
The Recollection destroyed this village! Who knows what other harm the rapid growth caused?
I thought you'd understand! I thought you had vision! Goodbye, Baron!
You're getting winded.
No, Sorlin... I couldn't catch her. I've known Sorlin for almost my whole life. I cared about her, considered her a friend, perhaps more. Why didn't I see that she had been taken in by the Recollection? Maybe I could have done something. Blight, this hurts. She always claimed Ayleid land belonged to the Wood Elves, but that was purely academic before. Sounds like the recollection promised to make it real. Could be why they wanted the Wildburn seed. Speaking of which, did you get it? I've never seen a seed like this before. It feels wrong. You're working with Laramil, right? She needs to know what we discovered here. Meet us back in Skingrad. I have a townhouse there. Oh, and take this. You more than deserve it for helping me. Sure, my lifelong friend joined a violent cult, but you and I actually did some real good today. We saved people in Ostermere and kept this seed away from the recollection. When you're ready, meet Laramil and me at my townhouse in Skingrad.
Tired of walking anyway. I guess this is a fight now.
doing this? Should fetch a fair fetching price. Don't like your odds.
Finally. I just want to talk.
You again! Stay away from me! Help! She's going to kill me!
No, wait! Obviously. Though I hoped it would go better. I was experimenting with the reflective Daedric magic in this region. I always loved mirrors. During my studies, I fractured my personality, freeing my emotions to run amok. I haven't felt right since. Must I repeat myself? You saw my fear earlier. I don't miss my stupid whims, but I'm not myself without my facets. They're running wild, and now they won't return to me. Maybe a stranger could convince them to come back. I'll make...
But now I'm going to.
Not a Legionarians. Look around. No people. Strange, right? I detached an entire Legion cohort to guard this estate, but I haven't found a single Legionary. Not even a servant. What's your story? Do you know what happened to my Legionaries? To protect the estate. I don't know if you're aware, but Westweald isn't the safest place these days. Between the New Forest and the Wood Elf settlers to the west, and the rumors of cultists and Daedra stalking the land, I thought it prudent. Because I handle multiple matters for Count Calantius, and my cohort should have been able to fend for itself. The estate's proximity to Skingrad makes it a tempting target for enemy forces. Listen, help me find my Legionaries, and you'll be rewarded. I hereby designate you a temporary agent of the Westweald Legion. Just until we find my soldiers. We'll search the manor house first. I'll meet you inside. Keep your eyes open, comrade. We don't know what happened here. I suppose introductions are in order. I am Tribune Alea Idolus of the Westweald Legion, Marshal to Count Calantius, daughter of Quatrius Idolus, Knight of Colovia. A mouthful, I know, but I enjoy reciting my entire pedigree from time to time.
Something you need to discuss? What would you like to talk about? I don't regret throwing my lot in with you, if that's what you're asking. There aren't many adventurers I'm willing to partner up with again and again, but you keep proving yourself useful. And pretty nice. What would you like to talk about? My dad's an antiquarian. He gave me an appreciation of cultural artifacts. Mom showed me how to find them. I prefer to treat such things with the respect they deserve.